Welcome to all my YouTube friends and Facebook family. I come to you tonight to bring you Facebook family. I come to you tonight to bring. I come to you tonight to bring maybe an interesting message, interesting topic. I had a thought about what message to talk about, so I decided to talk about myself. Who am I? Who am I? Have you ever asked yourself, who are you? What's your purpose? Why are you here? Do you have a purpose? Are you living your existence? Are you just existing instead of living your life or purpose? Are you so consumed within yourself that you don't even care about anybody else? Or you only care about those who you can get something from without giving anything yourself? I've been told I was a serious-minded person. My appearance is too serious. I don't smile, I don't laugh. But at times I'm serious, maybe too much. And I'm working on smiling and laughing and cracking jokes. And I do crack jokes. And I'm at times a serious person. But I'm not a standoff person. I'm a person that able to communicate, even with a person who has a PhD. At times, during the course of my life, I was shy and I was stuttering certain words, stress, street, straight, shrimp, those type words. And I didn't talk much. So I would write down my words, my thoughts, anticipation of, especially when I was talking to a female, I would write down pre-planned questions. And when she's not looking, I would just look at the little note and limit my conversation. We all have a problem or issue or something we've gone through during the course of our lives that we tend to keep to ourselves. We are ashamed, we are prideful, and we don't want other people to know about our weaknesses. So we pretend or we represent or do things that, to make us look good. But during the course of our lifetime, we must grow up. We must grow up from that childish, doing things at will, doing things that give us pleasure and eventually will cause us pain. So I speak for myself. And I was thinking the other day about all the videos I've done, even watching other people's videos, and nothing against their videos is where they're being led. But the majority of the videos talking about what's going on in the world with movie stars, people around them, pointing out actors and musicians and singers and whatnot. But very few videos I have watched so far talks about yourself, you, and I. So all of my videos I have done so far is spontaneous. It focuses on self. All of I see myself in everything that I've done on YouTube. So my videos focus people should cause them to evaluate themselves and look at their lives and see where they're heading or what they're doing or what they should be doing and make a change. Like this beard, for example, I always used to have a bald head and a beard. Oh, I'm sorry, bald head and shaved face. So at one time last year, I said, you know what, I'm gonna go with beard and see what I look like. And I got a lot of compliments. I thought about dyeing it black. I didn't like the way it looked. It made me look older. And I had multiple uh, positive comment about it. And as the more I would shave it down so thin that you can't see it. So I decided to let it grow out some more and see. And I do put not dye, but I do wash it to make the gray is not so profound. So we kind of like it now because it's a different look. So what is my point? In life, as we grow up in marriage and relationships, we will change. Are we going to adapt ourselves to what we're seeing? Are we going to want to stay back in that realm of, I don't want to change, I don't want to grow old, I don't want to change my behavior, my attitude, even though I see and someone point out to me that what I'm doing is wrong, or I need to work on an issue or a problem. So who am I? I'm Anthony Milton to some. And back in the day when I was on the police department, I had a unusual nickname. And I remember a female gave me that nickname when I was in elementary school, and she just flat out and she called me that nickname. And most people didn't really know my nickname when I was on the police department. It was always my nickname that they referred to as "Who am I?" I was not Anthony Milton to them. If I just had a conversation with them, I was not. I was only Anthony Milton to those who I come in contact with doing police investigation, courthouse appearances, or just working undercover, such and such. But the nickname that I have that I thought about because I experienced it since I moved back home, I had people who use my nickname that's in the 80s and the 70s and 60s and 50s, all the way down to the young people. And I said, wow, people didn't really know my name. They only know me by my nickname. So who am I? Am I Anthony Milton to them? Or I'm just my nickname? But what defines me is me, how I think, how I project myself, how I express myself. And I'm going to share the nickname. It's a call football. People call me, and they still do. Those who really know me, and those who call me by my real name, I say they know me personally, and they went beyond that. I went to attend the funeral my family member funeral, and the elderly lady said, "Hey, I know you. Your name ain't you Milton, but I know you as football." And one man said, "Why did they call you football?" I used to be embarrassed about it because they say my head is shaped like a football. And we see people that have head shaped like a basketball. They may have a big nose. They may have big ears. So we all may have some kind of facial appearance that other people give us a nickname. I'm quite sure you may have a nickname or have family members have a nickname, and it'd be did I play sports? I did play sports, and I was known for my running. And when I was in a police officer in my car, I went to a neighborhood and people knew me from jogging through the city streets and the parks and whatever. And so when I went to a particular scene, people would yell, I said, "Hey, you better not run, he's gonna catch you." And then at times I have caught individuals and I brought them back and said, "We told you he runs a lot." So because I had run a lot of people didn't run from me. They just stayed because they know I would run and capture them and bring them back and arrest them for whatever they come. So who am I? I recognized that when I was growing up that I had a purpose be way beyond the life that I was living. I did things, involved myself in relationships, hurt people, caused problems, and did a lot of things that I'm not pleased about. I look at it and I thank the grace of God that He got me through it. And I know individuals now that have died or gone on and they're no longer existing. And some people are still doing the same thing that I was when I was a police officer in 1980. So everyone must look at their life and say, where are they going? What do they want to do? How they want to behave? Or they don't want to make a difference in their lives. They want to leave something behind that people can benefit from what they have done. Or you just want to be existing. I call it eating, sleeping, and pooping and having sex. Is that your existence? That's fine. But there's a lot of us that have a purpose that want to achieve a purpose. Go beyond our our mindset. Go beyond of self-existing. Go beyond of it's all about me. And I come to realize that we all must look in the mirror of self and ask the question: tomorrow is not promised to us. You can have all the money in the bank. You could be married. You can be giving birth to a baby, planning a wedding, doing whatever. But tomorrow is not planned for us. So we should be living and existing in a way that we can change our lifestyle to be a benefit to help others. We need to call into question, what are we doing? Should we always come together when there's a funeral and not get together when it's not a funeral? Should we walk, into a funeral procession and sit down and have our bad feelings against another relative or a friend or family or husband, ex-husband? It should be a place of coming together. We live in a time where evil is right and right has become wrong. We live in a time where people are only concerned about themselves, what's in it for them, how it benefits them, what they can get from that. And it's sad. There should be different. I always used to wonder and think about the slavery days when the slaves were being punished and went through all the suffering they have gone through. And I thought about it. Did they wake up the next morning? They know they're going to be abused, but did they wake up the next morning hoping that they'd be free from what they were experiencing? Did they want to hear a positive message that someday they will be free and be delivered from what they're going through? So we as individuals must begin to call into question our own existence. What is your purpose? What have you done for someone lately? Are you so consumed about self? When people look at you and talk about you, are they going to say, "Oh, they ain't no good," or whatever, whatever? You need to be focused on self. You can't make anyone do anything you want them to do. You choose to do it. They didn't force you. You choose to do it. So who am I? I'm Anthony Milton to some, and AK, also known as football, and that's the life that I live. Growing up in my course in law enforcement profession. Then I felt that maybe I was brought here, feel that I'm here for a purpose to benefit the lives of others, being used by the God as I know Him, to be a blessing to people when He blessed me, to bless them, to be an instrument that He can use me to help others. And some of us are aware of that, and some of us are not, and some of us are unaware of that, not aware of it until it is known to us. So who am I? It's my hope that what I'm sharing with you to cause you to begin to question you. Who are you? Where are you going? What have you done lately for someone else? What are you doing to benefit? What are you doing that other people will benefit from? Are you only consumed about self and not other people? Or are you just worried about what's in it for you day by day and you can care less about other people because you got what you got? But is that the right lifestyle to live? I have no power to make you do anything. I have no power to force you. I just give you the input. With every truth come pain. With every operation comes what? Surgery, a time of healing, and a recovery period. We must begin to look at ourselves and say, who am I? What is my purpose? What have I done? Am I making a difference in other people's lives? Am I listening to my emotions instead of listening to what I need to do? Am I willing to die to what I think I know? Am I willing to die to change? Am I willing to be a different person? Am I only going to talk about what other people are going through, what they have done, other than focusing on myself to make myself better so other people can benefit from what I have gone through? So all of my videos on this channel, The Hidden Tears of a Black Male, if you look at all the titles, it's always talking about the individual. And I noticed that when you talk about individual, you get less response because people don't. I've come to realize that people don't want to agree with something I said if they have to make a comment or even post a comment because they don't want their friends and family members to know that they think and believe the things that I share, so they don't respond. But if I put something about somebody else, they will respond rather quickly because it doesn't center around them. And that's fine. But at least I know that. Because if I touch one person, I will have done my job. It's not about the numbers. The number will come if it's meant to be. The numbers will come. People will follow me. People like what I said. If when the time comes. But we must begin to be a voice of reasoning to other people. And when you become a voice of reasoning, you're not talking, as someone say, acting black. You're not talking like the brothers in the hood. You're not using ebonics. You're not down with the struggle because you begin to start thinking for yourself and you want to get out you jump off the group thinking boat and begin to swim toward the truth life preserver that has been tossed to you by someone who's given you. We must begin to look beyond our own self interest because the time will come that we will be tested. And if we, and the only way we're going to fail the test is by not doing what is required of us, not doing what is required of us. I'm sitting behind this camera, I'm talking to you, I live a lifestyle that other people are not living. There are people that's homeless on the street, living in the subways, living in the bridges, don't know when they're going to get their next meal. So our life is better than them. I'm not putting it out. No, I'm just showing comparisons. So when we are complaining about how we feel and what we're going through and things are not going our way, think about the individuals that's out there that don't have a home to go to, don't have a home that they can sleep in the bed or take a bath. They're out there in the street and they have to make a living in whatever way they can. So we ought not to be so quick to say, you know what, my life is terrible because I haven't gotten this. Should our life be about, I need to get this or that to become, to be somebody? No. You and I can have our own goals and our own dreams. Only someone, we cannot say someone else stop us from doing it. We decide not to do it because of fear. Everything I have said on all of my videos, I use myself. I'm not saying you or you or you and you and not me. I'm saying me. I reveal things about me that I would probably have never revealed in the past. But I've come to realize that through my overcoming, I can help other people to begin to look in themselves and say, do my life matters? Not that my black lives matter over a white person, because who am I to say who lives matter? I'm not God to say, oh, your life matters and my life does not matter. Do the air that we breathe say, okay, black lives does not matter, so I'm not going to allow black people to breathe my air, so they're going to die, or vice versa? Think about the things we hear and see. We must begin to ask who benefits from what's going on? Why are they saying this? Why are they saying that? If I want you to behave a certain way, I must first plant a seed, whether through movies, television shows, music, newspaper, even a friend. I must plant the seed. And if the seed appeal to you, you're going to accept that seed of thought, and it can begin to manifest through you. And then you find yourself doing the very thing that you thought you never would do. So we must be mindful to the things that we do and the things that we say, instead of being captured and become a slave on someone else's plantation of ideas and belief. I wrote a book titled Stay on the Plantation That Benefits Me. What is that saying? Stay on my plantation of ideas and belief, and I let you think it benefit you, but it actually benefit me. So when you start thinking for yourself and you escape and you run off the plantation of somebody else's ideas and belief, how did they get you back? They beat you and whip you with lies. They whip you and beat you with words, and you come running back. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to leave you. And they give you a little bit of truth with a little bit of lie to control you. So we must come to realize that people can take advantage of us if we have no knowledge and understanding about how to detect the seduction that come our way. So who am I? Who am I to register to cause a change in your life, to look at yourself in the mirror? We all look in the mirror. So when you look at the mirror the next time, yeah, you may have a good body, you may have good hair, you may have good looks, you may have the property, you may have money, you may have a husband, you have children. But does that define you? Do physical and financial things define you? What really defines you? What makes you happy? I know some people are married in the sign of my voice and they're not happy. They're just together just to be together. Am I saying divorce? No. I'm saying you must recognize what makes you happy. If you waiting on your husband or your loved one to make you happy on any given day, I'm sorry, you're gonna be disappointed. You must find your happiness in certain things. If you go out and play bowling or go jogging, you must find your happiness in other areas of life and not worry about what people think of you. You must come to know that you do matters to you. You do matter to you. If lives matter, and people don't like when I say this, if black lives matter to you, you're going to obey the law and you're going to follow the law. You're going to call the police and you're going to do the things that you need to do so you can have peace and resolve the issue. Black lives does not matter to a black individual who go out there killing, shooting, injuring, raping, breaking in your house, and whatever. So I say that to someone and they got mad at me and they say I was putting down blacks. I'm not putting down blacks. That's why I come back. We are told to go to college, get all the education we can get. We get our degrees and go out there in the world and try to be better. And then we meet other blacks who frown on us and say, oh, we acting white. Are we talking white? Are you a white person, lover? And, you need to, come back. And it's like, wait a minute. Are they behaving a crab in the basket moment, pulling you down, want you to be, and then don't, God forbid if you get a lot of money, they be running and knock your door down. Yeah, I need a couple of bucks. I need this to get over. Can you help the brother out? Can you help the sister out? No way. They was never in your life. They was never around you, very rarely around you. But when you come into the money or whatever, you be having friends or family members that, wait a minute. Oh, if you're thinking, not with your emotions, you say, no, I can't give you that money. I can't loan you that money because before I had this money, where were you? When I came to you before and asked you, can you help me out? You told me no. And I found out later that you wasn't in a position to help me out financially, even give me a ride down the street or pick me up. So we must begin to ask, who am I? Who are you when you meet strangers? Who are you when you meet family members? Who are you when you go to your boss? Who are you? How are you behaving? How are you responding? Are you so self-centered? What's in it for me? How it benefits me? What I think, what I believe, and not I'm going to rely on the truth to get me through what I'm going through. We must begin to call into question, who are we? Who are you? I'm getting to learn who am I. I'm here for a purpose. The videos that I have done, the books that I have written, it's not only for myself, it's to touch the lives of other individuals so they can be like, wow, I need to hear that. I always tell people, if you go to my website, he still speaks now listen.org, or every lowercase word, he still speaks now listen.org, O-R-G. I promise you, if you watch any of it, just go through the videos. You're going to see one video that's going to appeal to you, and that's the one you need to hear. And when you hear it, then share it with other individuals and allow them the opportunity to hear what you heard. Subscribe to the channel. So when I come on like I'm doing now, you get alert that I'm on the air. So begin to ask yourself, who are you? What are you doing? What are you? It's a song. What are you doing? Well, what have you done lately? Something I can't remember that verb. But what are you doing? What have you done? Are you so self-centered on self and let other things pass you by? We must begin to look in the mirror of self and say, I have not done a good job doing with what I got, utilizing my God-given talent. If you cannot play basketball, don't try to play basketball. If you cannot be a professional football player or a rapper, then find your true gift. Find your true gift. If you have children, pull them in the direction to find their true gift, not be like someone else, because when they don't achieve their gifts, they're going to look at themselves and say, I'm a failure. A lot of us are not failures. We just give up. Everyone have a gift. That gift is to benefit other people. When you get a thought in your mind to go to the store or go somewhere, you say, I don't want to go to the store. I haven't been there. I don't want to go there. You're not going for that person. You're going for somebody else, to meet them, to give them what they need to hear. So don't allow your emotions cause you to be wrapped up into self. Who am I? I'm beginning to realize, who am I? I'm put on this earth to be a blessing through what I have heard, what I have learned through my experience, and hope that someone will listen to what I really say, die to their own thinking, and do what they need to do. I want to be a vessel, to be a blessing, to say, to be put in a position to help those when I'm led to help, whether they share the word. And what I have is a gift of gabble, speaking, talking, looking at things. There's a message in everything we see. That's why you see my slogan, if you want to call it that. He still speaks, now listen. The God, as you know him, is always speaking through us. We just not listen. We must begin to listen. Because if I ran down the street and said the British are coming and British are coming, you're going to say, he's crazy. That man is crazy. I don't even know what he's talking about. He need to get off that horse. He need to get off that corner. He need to just get off the internet talking about the British are coming. And you ignore me, you say, care less. Should we wait until something happens? Should we wait to prepare ourselves for something to happen? Or should we trust in what we're hearing and then begin to prepare ourselves mentally and spiritually, emotionally, that when something do happen, when the earthquake happened, I had thought about the earthquake. When the earthquake happened in California several days ago, people didn't expect the earthquake to happen. They saw videos where you see houses and stores were shaking from its foundation, and bottles and liquor and all kind of stuff was thrown to the floor. I said, wow, did they expect that when they woke up that morning? No. So in our own personal life, we have our own personal earthquake, our own personal shaking of emotion, shaking of relationships. We have our own. Some may come in a size 7 or 9 or 7 or 6, or what they call the different scale that an earthquake comes. So we all experience our own form of shaking. Should you shake yourself away from that behavior that's not good from you? And depending on how involved you are, you're going to experience a big old heavy shaking to stop doing it, and you don't want to do it. And eventually you're going to be captured by the ground opening up in a physical earthquake, or you find yourself in your mind open up and fall deeper into that thought of behavior, attitude. So the earth, when I thought about earthquake, I said, wow, there's a message in it for all of us. He is speaking. The earthquake in our emotions, in you. If you are married, are you experiencing earthquake moment on your job, in your workplace, in your relationship with your children, or even anything? If you look at it, can be a type of earthquake on a certain seismic level. You may have a one where just a little shaking, two shaking, and then you have a big one where mom and dad say, "What's going on?" You need to come back towards safety. Let me tell you what you need to do to prepare yourself for this earthquake, physically earthquake. And I thought about, no matter how you build your house, if a big enough earthquake comes, it's going to take down your house. So in life, no matter what you and I are experiencing, we're going to experience our own physical, emotional, and spiritual earthquake. And what's going to get us through that earthquake is trust the God as we know Him, or begin to believe the truth about what we're doing through. When we begin to believe the truth, then we're not captured by someone else's plantation of ideas and belief. So begin to say, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? You might experience some type of earthquake tomorrow. You may be experiencing an earthquake now, and you heard what I said, and you said, wow, now I know what I need to do. Because a lot of time when I say things to people, they always come back and say, wow, you got me thinking. Because when you listen to this message or any message I have, it's going to speak to you according to where you are. So begin to look at your life. Begin to look at self and say, wow, I am going through my own personal earthquake moment. I need to begin to examine myself and my behaviors and my attitude. I need to begin to do a self-assessment. I need to separate myself from other people that cause me to have earthquakes. Yeah, family members, extended family members, loved ones, children. It's how sometimes we need to cut, we need to break apart, break away, treat it like an earthquake. Oh no, I can't hang out with you. I can't do this. I can't be involved with you because you rocking my mind, you rocking my foundation in my marriage, in my relationship. I can't hang out with you anymore. Because two things are going to happen. Either you're going to change them to be what you want to be, or they're going to change you what they want you to be. It's going to happen, or your children may experience it. So begin to look at yourself and say, wow, who am I today? Who am I? What I'm going to be July the 11th, 2019. What I'm going to be up to my birthday. What I'm going to do because I had a birthday. I was riding down the city street today, and I said, wow, I remember these streets and houses, this city of Savannah, when I was growing up. They have changed. The house has changed. People bought the house, they paint the house, but the houses in location and building, some are run down, some are no longer present anymore. And I've been blessed by the Lord to see this transformation. There must be a transformation in our lives. If you're still doing the same old thing that you've done 10 or 15 years ago, begin to ask yourself, who are you and why you're not doing what you need to do? Begin to call that into question. As I mentioned, yeah, there's thousands of videos out there where people are talking about other people and whatever to get the likes and whatever. But there's very few that I have seen where actually want the listener to begin to look at themselves. And that's hard for us to do. That is very hard to do, to look at self. I wrote this book, From the Eyes of a Cop, Black Lives Matter. You may think you know what it says because of the title, but you can look into it and find it for yourself. You can go to what I did with this book. You can order it by sending an email to me. He Still Speaks Now Listen.org. But what I did with this particular book, I copied the whole book and I posted on my website, He Still Speaks Now Listen.org. Go across the toolbar and you see BLM, and you can actually read this whole book that I give away free to those who want to know the truth. There's factual information in it. You can do your own research. It's not my opinion. It's what I went through, what I experienced, what I see, and what I still see. But facts does not change just because we may not want to accept them, we may not want to agree with them, but facts are still facts. 1 + 1 is 2, is not 3, it's 2. You may want it to be 3, you may treat it like 3, but it's 2. Go pay your bills on that concept and see what happens. They're going to say you're too late, you're not spending enough money, you're not paying the bill in the right manner, so you're in default. And then this particular book, The Hidden Tears of a Black Male. This one, if I was doing a video now, I was crying, talking to you. You said, oh, Anthony Milton, our football, because I just know that name. He's crying. He got a problem. Oh, I want to help him. How can I help him? And you run to my rescue. But if I'm not sharing any tears, how do you know that I'm crying? In my attitude, how I communicate, how I dress, the things that I'm doing, those are tears. It can go with women and men. It can go across the racial lines. We all have hidden tears that need to be wiped away. And how are they wiped away? With the truth. I can't make you accept the truth. I can give it to you, and you have to decide, I'm going to look into that. I'm not going to be hard-headed and stubborn because I'm hearing something. And when we let something go because we're used to doing it, we have freed ourselves from the mental shackles that we have put on ourselves. We are the only one that can put shackles on our mind. We can control our destiny to tomorrow. It's we who have self-talk that hold us back. I can't make it. Every job I went to, I don't get it. What are you saying? Every job you go to, you ain't gonna get it. You speak it into existence. The words that we speak have spirit, are power. If you release something to the point like pressing the gas pedal, you're gonna get what you believe. You think, your thoughts reveal you. We eat food and we put on weight. It's the same thing when we hang around people. We must begin to hang around positive-minded people that have our best interests at heart. And don't share things with other people that don't understand. Sometimes best to keep my clothes, because when you share things with other people, they'll think against you. They'll say, oh, you need to do that. You can't do that, whatever. They're throwing out their thinking upon you. You say, yeah, that is true. I did do it before. I think I ought not to do it. And then what happened? Oh, I can't seem to make it. Oh, what I'm going to do? Oh, whatever. We cry, we hid, and we cry behind our mask. And people can't see what we're going through. We must go beyond being prideful to let people know that we're hurting. I remember doing a video and I said, women are quick to pick up the phone and call their girlfriend or mom or whatever and talk to them about what they're going through. They're being abused by their husband or boyfriend. And I put the word out. I said, I want men to text me on Facebook or share a message and say, yes, my woman or wife verbally abused me. I tolerate it. I accept it because whatever. I know someone that is being physically abused by their female partner, or the female is acting like a man in a relationship, and I can't function as a husband. What do I need to do? How do I need help? And I got no response from no man. Did that disappoint me? In a way, it did. But do I believe that there's no men out there have not been physically, emotionally abused by other women? Even right now, in the sound of my voice, there's some women that don't encourage their husband, don't support their husband, don't communicate. Oh, baby, I want to talk to you. Oh, yes, babe, we're going to talk. But their form of talking is they made a decision already. They're just telling you what they've done. Men, when our relationship, our marriage is out of order, it doesn't function the right way. We must put things in a proper order. And yes, it can cause pain. Are your problem and situation based on your relationship is not in the proper order? Are you too prideful to ask for help? Are you too prideful to go to wherever? And I had this thought, did I know all of this stuff when I was growing up? In a way I did I apply it to my life? Not really. I was only interested in or accomplishing doing this and doing that, enjoying the pleasure that came with consequences and pain, and say, oh, I shouldn't have done that and whatever, whatever. But as I got older, thank that God allowed me to live to this day that I saw where I was doing wrong. And it's good when you meet people who have experienced certain things that they can be a testimony to others. I hear this thing about teenagers say, I'm 18. I'm glad when I'm 18. Why? Because I can do what I want to do. Because that was back in the day. Just because you turn 18, that does not mean that you have all the wisdom and knowledge over someone who's in their 50s, 20s, 30s, 40s, 60, and 100 years old. You just based on your emotion. We need to begin to think about the choices that we made. Have you chose? Have you accepted? Are you in something that causing you pain and problem? It's my hope that you begin to look at yourself and say, how can I get out of this relationship? Seek counseling. See someone you can trust. Seek truth is what sets you free. And then I was thinking about the hidden tears. I said, I'm gonna get me my own slogan, my own shirt. So I ordered this particular shirt. It's called the Hidden Tears. And I'm tend to wear it and hope that someone will say, oh, hidden tears, what does that mean? Because I'm promoting myself. I want to promote. If no one promotes me, I have 10 books. I've talked about each and every one of them. I've shared how they came about. And if you want any of my books, you can just email me at, I'm going to give you my email, TODANOW, TODANOW at WRITEME.com. TODANOW, TODANOW at writeme.com. TODANOW at WRITEME.com. Or you can always send a message through Instagram. And if you want a copy, or if you have questions, or if you want to ask me something, feel free. But it's my hope that what I share with you cause you to begin to look at self. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Not what someone say who you are. Not what someone say you want to do this and that. Who are you? Are you living and experiencing your true calling? It's not about pointing the finger and say you this or you that, or you no good, or you're not going to accomplish anything. No, I'm not coming from that position. I'm coming from a position to hope that what I'm saying to you will help you, to cause you to question, am I going out of my way to find the truth? Well, I don't need that, man. I don't even need to hear what he got to say because he can't tell me nothing I don't know. Who are him to tell me what I'm going through? Who are him to tell me what I need to hear? I don't have to listen to him. I got better things to do with my time. That's maybe true, but I did not become the person I am by doing. Yes, I resisted. Yes, I had excuses. Yes, I justified the things I've done. But sometimes did something really bad happen to me, cause my life to change to where it is right now? Not really. It's just that I began to realize that my life on this earth must have a purpose, and I will reveal my purpose and what I need to do. What I do, these videos, they help me because I let you know about what I'm going and what I have experienced. But it's my hope that it caused a change within your thinking. So if you like what you heard, I ask you to subscribe to my channel, share it with other individuals, and let them hear what you have heard. Don't think for them and say, oh, but then I know that a lot of individuals are not going to share because they don't want their friend to know that they'll listen to something like this because they're thinking about themselves and not other people. I can lead you to water, but I can't make you drink it. A time will come that you may regret not drinking the water of truth, only to find out that there's no truth left. Not that there's no truth left, that you're not in a position to accept the truth because you have gone too far off into falling and being seduced into someone's own plantation. And then you were not willing to escape from your self-imposed shackles, mentally that is. So if you like what you heard, just simply subscribe to the channel, share with other individuals, allow them to hear what you heard. And my hope is that it calls you to think. Am I saying you're going to change tomorrow? No. Next week? No. Next month? No. It may be years. I'm just planting the seeds. I'm just planting the seeds. So if you like what you heard, visit my channel, The Hidden Tears of a Black Male, and check out the videos. Visit my website, He Still Speaks Now Listen.org. And check out the other links. I got one about Anthony Milton. It's actually He Still Speaks Now Listen. Then I have another one about working out, 1231. The 1231 actually means something. I'll be getting to that. And I'm thinking about doing a weekly podcast that will allow people to dial in to ask questions about anything. If I don't know it, I would not lie to you. I will research and find out and get back with you. All I ask that when I give you the information, that you don't get mad at me. It's the truth. And if I need to point you into the direction to find the truth, then that's fine. So thank you. God willing, be back next Wednesday with another whatever message to cause you to go, wow, I need to hear that. Thank you.